What's up, everybody? Welcome to another Friday night Can You Handle It ball handling class. We're here for another beginner level class tonight. All right, so remember our last class, we learned how to dribble the basketball at the same time with both hands, right? Also being able to alternate the basketball at the same time. All right, so tonight we're gonna learn a single move. We're gonna learn how to perform the crossover move. All right, so again, as a beginner, right, we always wanna start with our dribbles higher than what we really would like for them to be. Why? Because it allows the basketball to be slower for us to be able to catch on to the move and do it properly as we work our way lower to the ground with the bounce of the ball. All right, so as we learn a crossover move, okay? So crossover move requires, again, our fingertips, using that outer palm, all right? Making sure that we have a great grip on the basketball. Now, when we dribble the ball, of course, the ball goes straight down, right? Whether it's in my right hand or whether it's in my left hand, the basketball is coming down to the floor. Now, as we perform a crossover move, we want to be able to move the basketball from side to side. Meaning I want to be able to move the basketball from my right side of my body to my left side of my body. And if the ball is coming up from my left side, I want to be able to move the basketball from my left side of my body to my right side of my body. So some people may wonder, how are we able to do that? So a lot of times when I have beginner level players, I see them making the crossover move where they're simply dropping the ball, thinking, hey, as long as it drops and it gets here to the opposite side, that is a crossover. That's not particularly how we want to be able to perform that movement. So when we think about the crossover movement, we want to be able, again, to push the ball side to side. Okay, so as we get more advanced, we want to be able to have the crossover be here, quick, moving the ball side to side. Okay, side to side. Notice I've got a rock in my body. I'm not being here stiff, but I want to be able to move with the ball also. All right, so for all my beginners out there who are watching now, how do we get ourselves to be able to perform a crossover like that? All right, so let's go step by step here, okay? So again, we want to be able to push that ball side to side, right? So again, as a beginner level player, let's start with our dribbles a little bit higher, okay? So what we want to be able to do is, again, we're here stationary, we're in a wide stance, all right? We want to put the ball in our right hand here to lead, or you can start with your left, whatever is more comfortable for you. All right, so I'm here with the ball in my right hand, okay? Again, performing this crossover move. Now, as we perform these crossover moves, we want to make sure that our opposite hand is up. Why is that? Because we always want to be ready to receive the ball. Also, this is a hesitation hand here. As we get more advanced, we'll learn how to use our opposite hand to hesitate defenders, be able to blow by them, manipulate them to think that we're doing different moves. All right, so now that we're here, okay, again, performing this crossover movement, we want to push the ball to the opposite side. All right, so again, for my beginner level players who may struggle with catching the ball with one hand right now, we're gonna start with this drill here first. We're gonna have the ball in our right hand. Now, we're going to push this ball to our left-hand side, but we're going to complete the movement catching the ball with two hands on the opposite side. So what I mean by that is this: catching it here, okay? Allowing us to secure the basketball, then we're gonna pull it back to our right side. All right, so we're gonna get 3 good reps here. Are we ready? Let's go. Catch it. Catching it here, pull it back. Catching it here. Okay, very good. So notice that we really got a true bounce, pushing the basketball to the opposite side of our body. Now we're gonna do the exact same thing coming from our left side, going to our right side, okay? So now we got the ball in our left hand, we're here, push, catch, push, catch, push, catch, okay, very good. All right, so now we want to try to be able to go back and forth, back and forth. Again, our dribbles are gonna be higher than what we usually would like for them to be, but we're learning the movement, and then we wanna be able to work that bounce down a little bit lower. All right, so now we're still gonna be here in our stationary stance. Start here with the ball. If you're struggling here to even hold it with one hand, start it here with two as we push it back and forth, okay? Now, as we go into this back and forth movement, what we're going to do initially is we're gonna catch the basketball underhand. All right, so what I mean by that is now that we're trying to go back and forth, but also in a slow and controlled pace, let's make sure that we're able to catch the ball properly first. So we're gonna come here, notice that the ball is in my hand here. My hand is underhand gripped here, okay? So now we're gonna push, catch it here, catch it here, push, catch, underhand, underhand. Again, we got that crossover high right now in that motion, catching it underhand. All right, very good. All right, so now as we get better and better, right, we continue to practice that motion. Now we want to be able to go side to side continuously, not catching it underhand, but being able to have our hand on the side of the basketball and pushing the ball from my right side of my body to my left, from my left side of my body to my right. All right, so let's get a few practice ones in here first. Notice that I'm slow and controlled, still pushing the ball to the ground, but forcing it side to side every time that opposite hand is up, ready to receive the next crossover that is coming to me. Okay, good. All right, so now, right, so we want to be able to get a little faster, right? So now we want to get our motions just a little bit faster, so that means we got to work the ball a little bit lower, okay? So our next height here, notice that we came about chest level there. Let's try to get it right at our waist, okay? So here we go. Good. Now, as we're in this motion, let's try to work our way down to our knee. If you struggle here at this point, simply raise it back up, get more reps right here, waist high. Good. All right, so now we've learned how to take that crossover motion being stationary, right? Now we want to learn what's the next step, being able to walk forward, walk backwards, just being able to move, making a continuous crossover motion. So let's talk through that, all right? So again, as a beginner, right, we're still trying to get our footwork correct, learning the proper techniques as we push the basketball back and forth with the crossover movement. So let's learn how we're able to walk, right? So as we start this motion here, okay, the biggest thing to always remember is that I want to be natural in my movement as I'm walking forward. What I mean by natural is I just want to be able to put one foot in front of the other as I'm walking forward, right? Same thing, no different. If I'm walking back, okay, each foot is leading, all right? So there's no big wide steps, right? So we want to get out of that stationary stance motion, and we want to be able to come here in a straight line. All right, so now notice again, okay, the ball has to be pushed from one side of my body to the opposite side. All right, so we're gonna start here with the ball in our right hand, okay? Now, as we start to begin to walk, we're gonna take it very slow. We're gonna build up from this. All right, so what we wanna be able to do, we're gonna start even playing here with our feet, all right, balls in our right hand. Now, what we want to be able to do is we want to be able to cross the ball over, step, catch and collect the ball. So what I mean by that is now I'm gonna take my basketball, I'm going to cross it, step, and collect, okay? So again, let's try that movement. Cross, step, catch, and collect, right? Okay, same thing going left side. Very good, okay? All right, so now we want to make those steps continuous, all right? So again, being natural, one foot in front of the other as we're walking here, all right? So now I want to have the basketball. We'll start to get on the right side, okay? We're going to cross, step, catch, and collect. Now we're going to do the exact same thing, pulling our right leg forward, okay? Ball's coming from our left side, coming to our right side here. So now we're going to cross the ball again, step, catch, and collect. Now we're going back to our left side, back to our right side. Beautiful, okay? So now that is the walking motion as we add the crossover. Now again, as we're building up, it's very slow, it's very controlled. So now we have to take those techniques and put them all together to have a straightforward walking pace here, okay? All right, so now we got the basketball here, Okay, so again, we're gonna start even playing with our feet. Now we're gonna start ball in our right hand, and we're gonna go continuous here, back and forth. Now remember, we're still beginner level, we're learning this motion. Take your time, it does not have to be super fast, but we want each step to go one after the other as we make this movement, okay? All right, so here we go. Good, all right? So notice each and every time I continue to move my feet, all right? And the ball was going to my left side, okay? My left foot was up. When the ball was coming from my left side to go to my right side, my right foot moved up. All right, so we're gonna try it one more time. Very good. All right, so you just learned how to complete a crossover movement. Now again, all right, as you refer back to this video, as you practice on your own time, all right, be comfortable in the motion first before we try to go full speed into it, right? So we want to be able to learn the movement, learn the motions first. So again, we can be here tall, bounce that ball high, get the motion of pushing the ball back and forth, and then as we get better and better there, we're able to lower the ball here. Then eventually we want to get it even lower to be even faster there. Now, if you find yourself too fast, work your body back up, okay? Get higher and higher, comfortable again. And then we want to continue to try to get the basketball lower and lower, rocking our body side to side, always having our opposite hand ready to receive the basketball. Again, going into our walking motion, okay? Step by step, balls in our right side. Left step, left catch. Balls on our left side, right step, left catch. And then we want to be able to make that motion continuous. Right? Very good. All right, so thank you guys so much for tuning in. I hope that you guys were able to learn the exact techniques to performing a great crossover. Practice on your own time, 10 minutes of ball handling a day. Morning, noon, and night if you can get even more. But just make sure that you get 10 minutes a day. All right, thank you guys so much for tuning in. Can't wait to see you all next week. It'll be for our intermediate, and advanced level players, so make sure that you tune in. Until next time, I'm out. Peace.